So first off, we'll start off with the main power board here. I've done a few bits and pieces. I've actually redone the whole board. This is the old board here. So scrapped the old board, made a whole new one, and changed a few places. So I've changed the U-bit goes here now, and all the telemetry sensors go here. Instead of the RPM and the altitude sensor going slightly forward of this and daisy chaining, I've had to put them all on here because the 2 voltage telemetry sensors actually need to be last because they're not in series, they're in parallel. So I've got a whole jumble of cables back here that I've tried to tidy up as best as I can to work. But essentially all I've got out of here now is 2 out of the front and then 2 out of the back. That will go into there. So that's the main power, which powers all the receiver and everything. This is the 4 telemetry sensors. This is the UBEC power switch that goes to my front switch here. And the good thing about that is even if this comes disconnected, the UBEC will stay powered, so it's fail safe. And this one goes up to the ignition switch, which then goes to the optical sensor, which then goes up to the ignition unit. This battery stayed in the same place and it's slightly moved to the left. On the back here I found that all the wires were going over and over between certain junctions there, and it can't cross that line because that's where it's going to get screwed down, that's where the board is, and I sort of want this to be readily available to be put in and out, and I haven't quite yet got the Velcro straps that will be strapping these 2 batteries in, so I'll probably have a strap that way and a strap over that way. In the actual plane itself, I've rewired these, so these are coming across here now, and then that's the one's flaps and one's ailerons. So the flaps are going into the supply connector here, and then going to our S-Bus decoder on channel 7. Our ignition is on channel 8, which is one of our toggle switches. Got a slightly longer cable from the S-Bus decoder to the receiver, and I've taped down the aerials pretty much where they're going to go. I'm going to stand them up on little poles eventually, and I've screwed these 2 down, tied up a few cables down under here. These are the plugs that the panel plugs into, so we've got the sensor line, the ignition and the UBEC line, and then we've also got the RPM signal line there, which I'm planning on getting a little extension to come through here as well, or a slightly longer extension than this one, so it's all the cables are here ready to go. When I get that panel in, I'm going to torque everything up on the engine, make sure that's all the nuts and bolts are tight, Loctite them, get them all sorted, and then chuck the whole plane in the back of the van and we'll go run it. Over to the side here we just got our switch, so we can flick our ignition on. The light's not on yet because our controller's not on and we don't have our receiver on. Turn our receiver on, now we can turn on our controller and the light will come on. That's our controller on and switch on, and then ignition off, ignition on, and we can turn it off here as well, and that will cut the engine. Now that we're ready to run, I'm going to mix up some fuel. I've got 3 litres in a container, so I need to mix up the 2-stroke to 35:1 is what the manufacturer of the engine recommends. I'm going to mix that up, so I need about 86 mils of 2-stroke oil. So I'm going to put that in there, fill the tank on the plane and get it in the back of the van. Thank you for watching. Like this video if you do, subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment below letting me know what you think. See you in the next one.